Hello, welcome back to another InDesign video. I want to look at kerning and tracking. So what kerning is basically the spacing between letters, right? So this is for a big title if you've got a bit of a gap. So these are sort of situations where you can see we've got a bit of a gap. And the reason for that is because the sort of the ascendant edge on the top right there is basically overhanging, which means that the space that you need to get to the next letter is going to be higher. So what do? Well, all you have to do is you just press, you select in the text and you press Alt and left. And you'll see this value over here for the kerning is actually going lower in thousands of an m, which is a measurement, right? So you can go all the way and you can get really close, like into it, right? So that way you can do that on various different things. Now this is often confused with tracking, but tracking is slightly different. So here you can see we've got a bunch of text, right? Now tracking is similar to kerning, but it's actually over a much larger set of text. So kerning would be for individual letters, more for titles, whereas this is more for paragraphs. All we do is do Alt and then we do left. You can see that value there going -40, -60. And now basically the spacing between the text has actually got a lot less. So we might actually just zoom in just to take a look at that. We'll actually just show you through the menu. You can see how the spacing between all the text is getting much smaller. And interestingly, with certain fonts, it can actually work pretty well without really noticing much. That's a good way to sort of get things to fit in very well. And finally, the other one I wanted to show you was to do with indenting. So with indentation, there is actually a little trick here. So if we take a look, you can see we've got left indent and first line left indent. And we're going to increase the left indent. So what's happening is everything is moving to the side. So you can see that indent is in here. This small area here is now, let's make it a little bit bigger. Maybe like 30 pixel. This will kind of exaggerate it, but this is how it goes in magazines. Now you see when we do this, the first line is actually going back towards where it started. So if we do -30, it's basically at the front. So that is the way that you would do a proper indentation in like a magazine. You'd have the first line going out to the beginning, and then this would go in further. You could obviously extend that more. Interestingly, when we go over 30 though, you can't do it because then it will go beyond the text frame. So you have to basically do this. Now you can do this, but once we go past the limit, you actually get an error. So that's kind of interesting as well. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about today. So thanks for watching.